Welcome back to RR Corporates. Environment Protection 4th Amendment Rules 2025 effective from 11th July 2025. Why is this amendment? The government revised the emission timelines based on the practical challenges faced by thermal power plants TPPs and inputs from CPCB and CEA, and based on the feedback from manufacturers of FZD units, and based on the stakeholder meetings and the need to balance environmental protection with the energy security. How the thermal power plants categorized under these new rules? In three categories. Category A, TPPs within a 10 kilometers radius of NCR, that is National Capital Region, or cities having more than 1 million population, 2011 census. And coming to category B, TPPs within 10 kilometers of CPS, that is critically polluted areas, or non-attainment cities identified by CPCB. And coming to category C, TPPs that do not fall under category A or category B, that comes under category C. So generally plants in remote or low density regions comes under category C. So what are the compliance timelines for parameters other than SO2? We'll see category wise. Category A, the compliance date is 31 December 2022 and retirement exemption deadline 31 December 2022. And category B, 31 December 2023, this is the compliance date, and retirement exemption deadline 31 December 2025. And category C, the compliance due date 31 December 2024 and retirement exemption deadline 31 December 2025. This is category wise. Then additional rules: units retiring before the deadline must submit an undertaking to CPCB and CEA. If plant continues operations beyond its declared retirement date, then it must pay an environmental compensation, that is EC, of 40 paisa per unit. So what are the SO2 compliance rules for plants planning retirement? So if a TPP declares retirement before 31st December 2030, then it is exempt from SO2 compliance only if it submits an undertaking to CPCB and CEA. It strictly retires as declared. These are the conditions. So if it operates after declared date, then EC penalties applies. So what are the SO2 norms for category A TPPs? We'll discuss category wise. All existing and under construction category A units must comply by 31 December 2027. Plants commissioned after 31st December 2027 must meet SOT standards before starting operations. Then what about category B TPPs? Why is their compliance case specific? The answer is category B plants are located near heavily polluted areas where pollution sensitivity varies. So ministry will decide the applicability of SO2 norms case by case, because based on CPCB assessment and based on EAC recommendations under EIA notification 2006 and real emissions and technological feasibility and local pollution load. So for plants with existing environmental clearance EC, they must apply on Parivesh portal within 6 months of the notification for review of SO2 applicability. If SO2 is applicable, the compliance by 31st December 2028. If SO2 is not applicable, then stack height norms under GSR 742E to be met by 31st December 2028. Clear? For new plants without EC, SO2 applicability will be decided in the EC itself. If no review application is filed, then SO2 norms will automatically apply from 31st December 2028. Clear? So, are category C plants fully exempt from SO2 standards? The answer is yes. SO2 standards are not applicable for category C plants, but they must comply with stake height norms prescribed under GSR 742E dated 30th August 1990. So compliance deadline 31st December 2029. Can SO2 compliance timelines be extended? Yes, the ministry may extend timelines after examining CPCB recommendations. Extension request must demonstrate genuine technical constraints and supply chain delays for FGD units and power grid stability concerns, progress of installation. Next question, what is the EC for non-compliance, environmental compensation for non-compliance? So applicable for non-retiring plants continuing beyond deadlines. If suppose 0 to 180 days, then 20 paisa EC per unit, and 181 to 365 days, then 30 paisa EC per unit. Then more than 365 days, 40 paisa EC per unit. If the EC is over and above another action under the Environment Protection Act 1986, this is clear. So this EC, whatever we are talking, is over and above the any other action under the Environment Protection Act 1986. So another question, what happens if a plant continues beyond its declared retirement date? It will be treated as a non-compliant and must pay 40 paisa per unit EC, electricity generated as EC. Additionally, regulator may review consent to operate and imposes restrictions, these are all addition, and recommend legal action under EPA 1986. Another question, what are the stake height norms under GSR 742E as we are referring? So these norms prescribe minimum chimney height based on the plant capacity and based on the sulfur content in fuel, based on the dispersion modeling. Clear? Another question, does this amendment affect electricity tariffs? The answer is indirectly yes. The installation of FGD units increase the cost of generation, and state regulators may allow pass-through costs under tariff regulations of CERC, CRC, change in law provisions, and PPA terms. So, but long-term benefits include, there are benefits which includes lower health impact and reduced pollution, better compliance certainty. So, what are the practical challenges TPPs face in SO2 compliance? This includes the shortage of FGD manufacturers, and then high capital cost and land requirement for FGD retrofit, and logistic delays in lime supply chain, and another issue, integration issues with old units, and water requirement concerns will be there. These are the practical challenges. The amendment acknowledges these realities and provides flexible timelines. So what is the biggest change introduced in these 2025 rules? A differentiated and flexible compliance framework based on location sensitivity, plant category, and environmental risk. So earlier deadlines were uniform. Now compliance is location based and time based. Clear? Thank you. We have two channels, RR Corporates and RR Legal Talks. Please do subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you will not miss the latest videos. Bye.